Alright, alright, alright. Let's see how well this works today, y'all. Let's get it popping. This is ugly. This is ugly. What up, y'all? What it do? Yo. Good morning. Good afternoon. Salutations and all that good shit. It's your boy, Jersey the motherfucking King. Welcome to another episode of The Gridiron. We are here today. We are talking football and nothing else. You already know how it goes down. Every Saturday, right here, live on Kick, live on Twitch. It's your boy, and we out here. How's everybody doing today, man? What's going on, man? Oh, shit. Roll up if you got to. Light up if you don't. Because it's 420 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. Yes, sir. Ebony Chrome Dome in the building, bitches. Look at that shine. I'm shining, baby. I'm shining. Stop playing with me. What up, though? What's up, Hit? Misprint? Shit. Smoking that gas, boy. Smoking that gas. We getting ready for the day, though, man. We got a hype show today. Promise you we got some good shit to talk about. Fuck you. I don't need that krill and shine. I don't want my head to be all shiny like that, nigga. I'm bald. Period. But yeah, we got a good show for you guys today. Got some XFL news, of course. We got some awards to give out. Well, to announce. There's some Bro, you hear my AC blasting? Nah, man. Fucking Facebook gaming shut down their shit. OG! What's good, bro? Yes, sir. How you been, man? Let me give you a shotty. What's good with you, OG? Cook you up with that good old shout out. My boy OG Otaku over here on motherfucking Twitch. Checking in. How you doing, bro? Yes, sir. The Gridiron is back. Nah, fuck that reflection shit. But yeah, Misprint, they fucking they screwed me, bro. Or they screwed everybody. Fucking whatchamacallit? Facebook Gaming shut down their partner program and shit, man. So there ain't no reason to stream on Facebook no more. Like, they completely shut down their whole partner program. So I said, fuck it. Ain't gonna waste my time. You know what I'm saying? It'll be pointless. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. That was a choice they made. But OG, what's good though? How you been, man? How you been, brother? Welcome into the show. This is The Gridiron. We talk nothing but football here. XFL, NFL, USFL, NCAA football. Football. You feel me? But we getting it popping today. Like I said, we got a good show for you today. We're going to go over week 3 in the USFL. We got some season awards to announce in the XFL. A little bit of NFL news as well. And boss lady in the building. What's going on, sis? How you doing today? Welcome into the show. Happy to have you in here this morning. Well, this afternoon, I should say, because it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast. So, again, thank y'all for being here. You already know. Boy! You're holding a Smash Brothers tournament, then a Star Wars quiz at Harrow Road here in London. Oh, that's dope. Word up. Word up. Big shout out to my boy, OG Otaku. Making big things happen. I see you. Okay. Word up. Word up. Word up. Let's go. Look, if y'all not following each other, man, you already know what to do, man. Drop them follows. Yes, sir. But yeah, Miss Pern, I accepted your friend request on Facebook, I believe. If I didn't, I'll do so after the show for sure. But yeah, we got a USC pay-per-view today in Discord, so Discord members, get ready. It's popping. You already know, man. We getting it in. Aljamain Sterling is fighting Triple C Henry Cejudo today, so it's going the fuck down, man. It's going down today. We got a lot of shit popping today. Football news, of course, here on the Gridiron. I have to say, personally, myself, I'm enjoying what we're getting out of these spring leagues right now. There's been a lot of good football. Honestly, I can actually say that the USFL or the XFL was successful this season. Your ass, shut your ass up. Hit. The XFL has a lot of players that actually got invited to mini camps in the NFL this offseason. So I'm actually excited for the XFL next season because just with that showing of when I read you guys off this list of names of how many people from the XFL have gotten invited to mini camps, bro, you're going to be like, what? All right, so let's start off with this, right? You have shit. Okay. This list is a little outrageous. So we got Freedom. How do we say his last name? Akinmoladon, a defensive end from the St. Louis Battlehawks, got invited to the Miami Dolphins minicamp. Kevin Atkins, defensive player from St. Louis, also got invited to Atlanta for minicamp. Luke Barku, a cornerback from the San Antonio Brahmas, got invited to the Cleveland minicamp. CJ Brewer, defensive line player from the Houston Roughnecks, got invited to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minicamp. Hakeem Butler got invited. He's a wide receiver from the St. Louis Battlehawks. He got invited to the Pittsburgh Steelers minicamp. Jack Cohn, a quarterback from San Antonio Brahmas, got invited to Seattle and the New York Jets minicamp. Lucas Dennis, a safety from St. Louis, got invited. He got invited to the Atlanta Falcons minicamp. Ben DiNucci, the quarterback for the Seattle Sea Dragons, got invited to Denver's minicamp. Austin Fa'alu, the defensive end from Seattle, got invited to Seattle's minicamp. Trent Harris, linebacker from the Houston Roughnecks, got invited to Denver's minicamp. Alex Mullet, a center from Houston, got invited to the Seattle Seahawks minicamp. Who else? Chidi Okiki, a tackle from San Antonio Brahmas, got invited to Pittsburgh's minicamp. Jaquez Patrick's San Antonio Brahmas running back, got invited to Denver's minicamp. Charleston Rambo, the wide receiver from the Orlando Guardians, got invited to Philly's minicamp. Darius Shepard, the reigning special teams player of the year in the XFL, got invited to where is that? Detroit's fucking minicamp. And again, Darius Shepard, the wide receiver from the St. Louis Battlehawks, is the reigning special teams player of the year in the XFL. So that's huge, man. He just got invited to the Detroit Lions minicamp. Jack Snyder, a guard from the Houston Roughnecks, got invited to Miami and Baltimore's minicamp. Cam Sutton, the tight end from the Vegas Vipers, got invited to Atlanta's minicamp. Jordan Thomas, the tight end from Orlando Guardians, got invited to the Carolina Panthers minicamp. Barry Weasley, Barry Wesley, a tackle from the Seattle Sea Dragons, got invited to the Atlanta Falcons minicamp. That's how many players already? On top of Ja'Cour Pearson, Jay Peasy, get invited to the San Francisco 49ers minicamp. And he was the leading wide receiver in the XFL this season. And he just got invited to their minicamp. Come on now. More players. Sage Dockstader, tackle from the Houston Roughnecks, got invited to the New Orleans minicamp. Mateo Durant, St. Louis Battlehawks running back, got invited to the New York Jets minicamp. Harrison Frost, backup quarterback from the Seattle Sea Dragons, got invited to New Orleans minicamp. Jack Heflin, defensive lineman from Houston Roughnecks, got invited to New Orleans minicamp. John Trey Kirkland, Houston Roughnecks wide receiver, got invited to the New York Giants minicamp. Alex Matheson, the long snapper from the St. Louis Battlehawks, got invited to the Baltimore Ravens minicamp. And John Parker Romo, the kicker from the San Antonio Brahmas, got invited to Detroit's minicamp. That many players. That's my wife, y'all. My lovely wife, Nene. But that many players got invited to the NFL minicamps this season. This offseason. Bro. Shut your ass up. It don't matter if it's... Oh, my God. Why do you have to troll about this shit every time, man? For what? What are we talking about the Cowboys for? What did I say? Anything about the Cowboys? I'm talking about teams that requested players for minicamp. So what if the Cowboys didn't request nobody? Who gives a fuck? God damn it, man. Like, what the fuck are we talking about the goddamn Cowboys? No. So what if I'm a fan? We're not talking about the Cowboys. I don't want to hear about that shit. Shut the fuck up. Or I'll end the fucking stream. Real shit. Like, God damn, bro. Anyways, that shows success of this league. That right there shows success of this past season for the XFL. That's huge. That's damn near 20 players that got invited to NFL minicamps. That means they proved something to the NFL. That means the system of these spring leagues helping players get a second chance or even get a chance in the first place from not being drafted or, not being signed as an undrafted free agent. That gives them a second chance or a first chance, real chance to make it to the NFL. And being invited to a minicamp is that first step. Now all you got to do is take what you did throughout this season that got you that invite, and now you got to take that shit and go 1,000 with it. You know what I mean? You got to take it to the next level because now you have to impress these people. You have to impress these teams. And if you do that, you're in the NFL. And all it took was one successful XFL season. So I'm excited to say that next year we will be having another season of the XFL, which is going to be awesome. Now, on the other hand, the USFL, I'm not so sure of. The attendance, oh my God, abysmal. Bro, when I say the attendance has been abysmal, the attendance has been abysmal. Like, straight up. There's barely any people there for some of these games. In recent games, I'd say Michigan just had a good turnout for their first home game. They're finally playing in Detroit because that's one of the new hubs that was added in the USFL. Birmingham's had an okay turnout in New Orleans. And that's really it. Or I don't even think it was New Orleans. Shit. Memphis, Michigan, and Alabama. The Birmingham Stallions. And that's because they're the reigning USFL champions. So that's going to be their main task this season, is getting people in the stands. Here, babe. Babe. Yeah, that's going to be their main task this season, is really getting players or excuse me, the audience to show the fuck up, because there's no attendance. There's barely any attendance for some of these games, and it's really pathetic. They have to literally sit here and hide the fact by changing camera angles. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way they show certain angles of the game, they barely show the crowd because there's barely anybody in there. Now, the games that they do have a good, decent crowd, they're showing that shit. You know what I mean? So, it's like, okay, you might get good numbers on TV, but when it comes to crowds, you're not getting that. And this is the reason that the XFL is more successful in a way than what the USFL is, because the XFL actually has home fields for all their teams. The USFL, they're sharing fields. You get what I mean? So it's not a good look for them because their fans got to travel just to go to these games. Their fans can't drive down the street or drive 5-10 minutes away and go to the stadium that their team's playing at because it's in a whole nother fucking state. So it's not real feasible for the fan base of the USFL because at the end of the day, they have to drive just to see games, except for Michigan, Memphis, and Birmingham. Those are the only 3 teams that have a home field technically, and that sucks. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that they have to get together and figure the fuck out and fix, because it's not working. It's definitely not working. Now, in other news with the XFL, there was a few players of the year. Coach of the year is DC Defenders head coach Reggie Barlow. He wins coach of the year, of course. I mean, they went 9-1 on the season, and they won the North Division Championship, and they're on their way to the XFL Championship, which will be next Saturday on ABC. May 13th will be the XFL Championship game. So next week, y'all get ready. Get ready for an XFL Championship game. Now, I'm trying to find all the oh, here we go. So, your offensive player of the year was Jordan Ta'amu, quarterback for the DC Defenders. A lot of people are kind of up in the air about that. There's some backlash that the league's getting because a lot of people feel that Agent McCarron should have won it, which I get their argument, but then again, I don't. Jordan Ta'amu was more consistent with his efficient play. He had way less mistakes than any other quarterback in the league, and he just did an overall good job leading his team. Agent McCarron, in a lot of games, threw costly interceptions, threw interceptions that weren't needed to be thrown. He could have threw the ball somewhere the hell else and made a better decision, and he didn't. So with that, you know, it took him out of the winning circle, I guess you could say, because when it comes down to these awards, your play has to show. And if you're not playing well on the field and in these games, in key games that matter, you think you're going to win an award? You know what I mean? Why do you think Ben DiNucci didn't win Offensive Player of the Year? Because he had too many interceptions and too many turnovers in general. He led the league in turnovers as a quarterback. You had more fumbles than some running backs. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it just, yeah. It just, I don't know, man. I understand. Like I said, I understand people's arguments, but then again, I don't, because at the end of the day, his play on the field wasn't as good as Jordan Ta'amu's. If it was, he would have led his team to the North Division Championship and possibly the XFL Championship game, which he did not. So, I'm sorry. Now, Defensive Player of the Year goes to my boy, Peter Tamupena from my Vegas Vipers. Fan gang, stand up. You already know. Let's go. Got one of them Vegas Vipers up there. He gets Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, he played outstanding. He had a lot of tackles for loss. Shit, a lot of tackles the whole season. He played dominant all season long. He was a very good defensive player. A lot of pass breakups, a lot of tackles for loss, a few sacks, I believe one interception, forced fumbles, the whole nine. He was all over the field. I'm surprised he didn't get a invite to a mini camp. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But like I said, I'm just surprised he didn't get an invite to a mini camp last year or after this year, especially winning the Defensive Player of the Year award. There's a big debate on Darius Shepard winning the Defensive Player of the Year award because a lot of people feel, and I kind of do too, I feel John Parker Romo deserved the Special Teams Player of the Year award. I mean, he only missed 2 kicks in the whole game or in the whole season. He only missed 2 kick attempts. And I get that one of them was a game winner. It could have been a game winner. He could have won a game for him, and that kind of hurt. But I still feel he did better than Darius Shepard as far as special teams play. You know, like I said, not every kick was when it mattered. He did miss one that mattered a lot. It would have beat them. It would have put them in a position to beat the DC Defenders and give them their second loss this season, but then unfortunately he missed the kick. So I think that's kind of what people went off of as far as voting wise, but I still think that Darius Shepard shouldn't have won that. I believe it should have went to the kicker, John Parker Romo. He only missed 2 kicks on the whole season. You know what I mean? Like I said, one kick was a game winner that could have put them in the playoffs possibly over Arlington, and gave DC their second loss of the season, which would have been huge for them and would have gave them momentum going into that playoff game against Houston. But unfortunately, that did not happen. So it is what it is. But those are your Player of the Year awards and Coach of the Year. Reggie Barlow, Coach of the Year. Jordan Chamu, Offensive Player of the Year award. Pita, his last name's too long. From the Vegas Vipers, he wins Defensive Player of the Year award, and Darius Shepard, wide receiver and returner for the St. Louis Battlehawks, gets the Player of the Year award for special teams. So, and like I said, next week we have a huge matchup for the championship game. It is the DC Defenders representing the North Division and a surprising Houston Roughnecks Arlington Renegades matchup leaves Houston going home and Arlington going to the championship. Like I said, could possibly happen. I said if Houston goes in there and half-asses the game and pussyfoots around, they're going to lose. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. They went in there, pussyfooted around, underestimated Arlington, felt like, oh, we just beat y'all last week, plus beat y'all earlier in the season. Y'all ain't going to beat us a third, or you know what I mean, this third time we're going to stomp y'all like DC did Seattle. But it just wasn't the case, and Arlington comes out with the win, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, my question to you guys is, what do you think of this XFL trophy? Can you see that? Can you guys see that? This is the XFL trophy. Now, I know there's a glare and all that good shit, but there's nothing in between those lines for that football. There's nothing in between those lines. But that's your XFL trophy. What are you guys' thoughts on that right there? What are your thoughts on that trophy right there? I mean, it's okay to me. But personally, I feel like it could have been done way better. Way better, bro. Like, yeah. I feel this could have been done way better. Is that a better way? Is that a better review for you guys? No? There we go. That's what it looks like. Sorry, I can't give you a better review. But, yeah. That's what the fucking thing. It looked like an alien. Bro, it looked crazy as hell, don't it? It don't really look like a trophy. Did you guys see the fucking hit? Did you see the championship trophies for the division? Did you see the division championship trophies, bro? What the fuck? It's the same football that's on top of that X, and that's it. It's the bottom pedestal that says XFL on it, and then the football that's on top of the big X for the championship trophy. I'm like, that's what y'all came up with? Vince McMahon's 2001 XFL championship trophy would look way better than that, bruh. I mean, it was a little extra, but the fuck was that shit? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all are fucking killing us with that bullshit. I was not feeling that shit at all. That's just my personal opinion. I think they could have did a lot better with all the trophies, to be honest with you. He said it looked like a few missing chromosomes. Bro, like, I don't know what they were thinking. They just went cheap. Like, I got all that money, and y'all went that cheap route. Like, a bunch of lines for a football and a big-ass X. And then a little circle pedestal that says XFL on the front. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit looks corny. Now, on to some USFL news. Yeah. Last week, week 3, I ain't gonna lie, man, we have some good-ass games. Fuck the attendance and the goddamn crowd. You know what I mean? Fuck the attendance and shit. We ain't gonna speak on that no more. They need to do a better job. But it was a good week of football last week. You feel me? For pennies on the low, bro. You know what I mean? Them niggas probably spent maybe $10,000 on that shit, bro. If that. It looked like a $5,000 job. Because you know it's gonna be whatever. But yeah, come on now. But yeah, the New Orleans Breakers, surprising team. They did pretty decent last year, but this year they're off to a hot-ass start. They just defeated the defending USFL champions last week in a crazy game, a high-scoring game. We're talking 45-31. New Orleans taking on the reigning champions, Birmingham Stallions, and just they beat them in all facets, bro. I mean, I watched the game. And Alex Magoo, the starting quarterback for Birmingham, was not as efficient as he was in week 2 after Jamar going down. But, I mean, he played okay. But as far as really being efficient, I mean, he threw an interception, got sacked a couple times. He had 2 touchdowns. He did throw for, he said the attendees, that and then why like the Outcast just showed up and didn't want to venture. Yeah, but Alex McGee went 17-26 for 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And he had a 104.3 QBR rating. Like, he did play good, but like I said, it was just the defense of New Orleans that really got to him. They were pressuring him a lot. They sacked him a couple times. I believe he fumbled the ball a couple times as well, if I'm correct. Marable, the running back, had 6 rushing attempts for 24 yards and a touchdown. White only had 4 rushing attempts for 10 yards. And Magoo had 3 rushing attempts for 7 yards. Morton had 1 rushing attempt for 5 yards. I mean, it wasn't the best. Davis was their leading receiver, 5 receptions, 123 yards, and a touchdown off of 5 targets. Sternberger did pretty well, 3 receptions, 29 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 targets. Watkins, 1 reception, 24 yards, 3 targets. I mean, they did pretty good, but like I said, it was the fumbles. It was the defense not stopping New Orleans offense, and that's what really came back to kick them in the ass. They did get a kick return for a touchdown, though. 82-yard kick return for a touchdown. And it was nice, I ain't gonna lie. And then, like I said, it was just the defense. The defense crumbled. Watkins had a fumble. It wasn't Magoo. It was Watkins who fumbled. It was just those 2 turnovers were big. Those were key because it stopped the flow of Alabama's offense a few times, and it put them in a situation to where they were behind, and they had to literally fight back. Like, when I say fight back, it was more so of now we're chasing you the whole rest of the game. You know what I mean? New Orleans was able to have a stalled out drought or stalled out drive or two, and was still able to pull out a key win because of Alabama or Birmingham not getting anything going with their drives. You know what I mean? And New Orleans defense just playing really, really good and keeping the pressure on Magoo in the offense, stopping the run. You know what I mean? They held them to what? 100 and no, they held them, to 46 total yards rushing. They shut down their whole rush game. Their rushing offense, their rushing attack on offense was obsolete. Let's just put it that way. 46 yards as a team for the whole game. Now, on the other hand, McLeod Bethel-Thompson, the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Breakers, had a hell of a game. He did throw an interception, but he was 20 for 28, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 124.6 QBR rating. Hey, he killed it. He even had 9 yards rushing on the ground. But West Hills, bruh, 34 rushing attempts, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. Their rushing attack was phenomenal. I mean, they hit on all cylinders in that game. West Hills, every hole he found, he made use of it. When those linemen opened up a hole from him, he took that hole, followed his blocks, and picked up yards. I mean, their running attack was just on point, to the point where Birmingham couldn't do anything. Okay, Birmingham was on their heels when it came to that rushing attack, and then on top of it, through the air, like I said, Bethel-Thompson was just on point. He did throw that 1 interception, but he did come up with 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, given the fact that his leading receivers had 75 yards, 66 yards, 51 yards, 40 yards, 35 yards, and another one for 16 yards. I mean, he hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different receivers for more than 10 yards. You get what I'm saying? He was on point, hitting his targets. Like I said, he had 1 interception. That was it. And now the Breakers are 3-0, and the Birmingham Stallions, reigning USFL champions, are 2-1. And it just seems like a turnaround for New Orleans from last season by just adding a couple players and a few players not being there anymore. And you see the difference. They're firing on all cylinders on all 3 games this season so far. And this week they got a tough matchup. I do give them that, I believe. This week they take on the New Jersey Generals, my New Jersey Generals, who are also 2-1. And we're about to get into their game here in a second. But the second game we had last week was the Memphis Showboats and the Houston Gamblers. Now, both teams were 0-2 coming into this game, so, of course, one team had to come out with a win. And it just happened to be the Houston Gamblers winning the game 30-26. Now, this was a back-and-forth game. This was one of those games where offenses were clicking when they were clicking, and then when those when those drives were stalling, they were stalling. Roll up if you got to, light up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. Let's get high. Let's continue to talk this football. Let's get it, y'all. Hey. But, yeah, this was a back-and-forth game. And when I say back-and-forth, like I said, when both offenses were clicking, they were clicking. When them defenses were shutting down the offenses, the defenses were shutting down the offenses, and it was just a back-and-forth game. And it was like, gotcha, Miss Print, I appreciate you. It was just like, who's got the edge? What drive is going to put what team on top? You know what I'm saying? This nigga hit. I can't. But what drive is going to put that team ahead? And it just happened to be a drive with the Houston Gamblers close to the end of the game, and actually it was actually the game-ending drive. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I honestly don't. I don't know what Memphis was doing. They had them. They were stopping them. They were constantly on their heels. They were making it really, really hard for Kenji Bahar, the starting quarterback for the Houston Gamblers. They made it hard for him. But in the last drive for Houston, every receiver he hit. Every receiver he hit. The run game did their job. Let me go over Memphis' stats. Now, the thing that killed me with Memphis is they had to put in two different quarterbacks. Well, they didn't have to because Collins came in for one play and threw a touchdown pass. And Kelly was 21-38, 307 yards, y'all. 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but had a QBR rating of 88.4 because he was 55.3% on his completion rating. Like I said, Collins came in, threw 1 pass, 1 touchdown. But 308 yards for the quarterback duo. Kelly had 4 rushing attempts for 17 yards. White had 3 rushing attempts for 6 yards. Collins had 8 rushing attempts for -2 yards. They had 21 total yards on the ground. You cannot really win games if you cannot run the ball. That's just a given fact. You cannot win games if you're not running the ball. If you can't effectively run the ball and balance out your offense to where you can run the ball, pass the ball, run the ball, pass the ball, keep the defense off balance, you're not going to win no games. And even as bad as Kenji Bahar and the Houston Gamblers were playing and struggling throughout the game, you still gave them opportunity after opportunity by not being able to run the ball and get your offense going. So when Trout stalled, it was because Memphis was not able to get anything going on the ground, and they're 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, or they'll get a first down, and boom, now the next three downs, you're done. You know what I mean? They wouldn't get their first 3 and they wouldn't get a 3 and out in the first 4 downs, but that second set of downs in that drive, they're getting knocked out. They're getting put back on the fucking bench, and the defense is getting put back on the field. And when your defense has to constantly play the game and be on the field, it's going to be hard to win games as well. And that's why the Memphis Showboats are sitting at 0-3 right now. McDaniel had 3 receptions for 71 yards. Mitchell had 2 receptions for 56 yards. White had 2 receptions for 36 yards. Dillon had 3 receptions for 34 yards. Mitchell had 2 receptions for 34 yards. White and McDaniel had a touchdown. And Wilson, with 2 receptions and 12 yards, had 1 touchdown. Davis had 5 receptions for 24 yards. Papel had 2 receptions for 31 yards. And Helm had 1 reception for 10 yards. I mean, they hit a bunch of different targets. Like I said, 308 yards together as a quarterback duo. But they couldn't get the job done because they couldn't get the ball moving on the ground. And like I said, if you and anybody who watches football, if you can't get the ball moving on the ground, your offense is not going to be efficient whatsoever. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So with that, it's not looking good for your offense moving forward if you can't run the ball. So if I was Memphis, I would look at different schemes to run in different plays to try and mock up to get this running game going, because in the first 3 games of the season, they really haven't been able to get the ground game going, and it's been a bad look for them, man. Now, on the other hand, the Houston Gamblers, on the other hand, they actually put up 132 yards on the ground between 3 rushers. The quarterback, Kenji Bahar, he had 235 yards passing off of 22 out of 36 attempts and completions. It was 22 for 36 for 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 87.2 QBR. Not that great. But rushing, Thompson did his thing, 21 attempts, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pledger, 4 rushing attempts, 44 yards. And Kenji Bahar had 2 rushing attempts for 7 yards. Now, on the other hand, the receiving corps showed up today. Or showed up last week, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Babe. Receivers led by Hall Hall had 6 receptions for 90 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8 targets. Peterson with a D, not a T. Peterson had 4 receptions, 63 yards, no touchdowns, 6 targets. Thompson had 3 receptions, 32 yards, no touchdowns, 5 targets. Alexander had 4 receptions, 28 yards, no touchdowns, 4 targets. Pledger had 2 receptions, 8 yards, 3 targets, no touchdowns. Sig Jr. had 1 reception, 7 yards, and 1 target. And Chisholm had 1 reception, 6 yards, and 1 target. Barnes had 1 reception, 1 yard, for a touchdown from Collins off of 1 target. And that gives you your 235 yards of receiving. And like I said, it was just Houston just played a better game when it came down to it. Memphis didn't show up on that last drive. On that last scoring drive for Houston, I'm going to just keep it real, Memphis didn't show up. Memphis had it in the bag, and they just didn't show up. So Houston comes out with the win. They're 1-2. Memphis is sitting at 0-3. That's what we're looking at right now. Houston is actually playing right now on Fox. They're surprisingly up on the Philadelphia Stars, 13-7. Babe, can you turn that game on? Can you turn the game on Fox, please? Yeah, currently that game is on Fox. The Houston Gamblers are taking on Philadelphia Stars. Philadelphia is hosting the game at their home field that they share with the Michigan Panthers at Ford Field. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's going on, Carly? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for showing up. Let me give you a shouty. Thank you for pulling up to the Gridiron, love. Happy to have you here. But, yeah, currently they're up on the Philadelphia Stars, 13-7. What is that? 10 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Game 3 of last week, of week 3, we had the Pittsburgh Maulers taking on the Philadelphia Stars at home. Now, this is surprising. Last year, Philadelphia actually was in the USFL championship game against the Birmingham Stallions. They went all the way to the championship game and lost. This season, they started 1-2. They are literally 1-2 right now. And it's surprising that a team who was just playing in a championship game the season before comes back and starts off 1-2. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't finish the season out with a better record, but as of right now, you know what I mean? Miss Print, thank you for pulling up on Twitch as well, bro. Yeah, but as of right now, it doesn't mean that Philly's completely out of it. It's just a bad start. Pittsburgh actually won 21-13. And like I said, it wasn't a bad game for Philadelphia. It was just some mistakes that cost them the game. Not being able to really get the ball moving on offense like they wanted to. As far as efficiency, Case Cookus, starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Stars, he went 23 of 36. 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. He had a QBR rating of 69. Whew, that hurts. I mean, he did have 238 yards, but those 2 interceptions is what really hurt him. Colburn, the second, is their running back. He went 8 attempts, 16 yards. His longest was 4 yards. He had no touchdowns. Williams went 4 attempts, 4 yards rushing. Cook is 5 attempts, no yards rushing. I mean, they're around, and this is what I'm saying. When you don't run the ball, hey, Psycho B-Mon, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, I appreciate the love. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I don't know why my alert didn't go off. Hold on. Let me get these sound alerts working. My bad, because I definitely did not hear that. Welcome in. I'm Jersey. I am Jersey, the motherfucking king. Excuse me. Don't forget to say the motherfucking when you say my name. I am a variety streamer. And I podcast more so now than I stream like gaming content. But I will be bringing back some more gaming content soon. Don't worry, guys. But I mainly podcast right now, and right now I do my weekly show called the Gridiron, which you are live with now. Again, guys, if you want your football questions asked live on the show, please feel free to go to my Facebook or my Twitter page and post your questions, and I will ask them and answer them live on the show. Football questions only. You already know. I smoke like a champ. Here, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome in. Psycho, do you follow the XFL or the USFL at all? Oh yeah, big news, guys. I am going to be hopefully moving soon, for the next 2-3 weeks, and I will be setting up a brand new studio. So hopefully we don't have to put the show on hold, but I'll keep everybody, in the loop. I'll let you guys know on Twitter or Facebook or both, and in Discord for my Discord members. So make sure you guys follow me on all my socials so you can stay up to date with all the latest news on what's going on. But I may possibly be having to take a week off with the show, possibly due to moving and setting up a new studio. So I'll let you guys know, like I said, in Discord and on my socials. So if you are not a member of the Discord and you'd like to be, !Discord in either chat, whether you're on Kick or Twitch, and it will give you an invite to the Discord. Also, you fucking ass. If you are a HelloFresh shopper, please feel free to hit that ! HelloFresh and use my code to get yourself 60% off and free shipping. So, with that being said, mods, hit it up! HelloFresh in the chat. Yeah. Hold on. Oh man. Okay. I can't do it on there. But yeah, if you guys rock with the HelloFresh, go ahead and get that code. Get you 60% off, free shipping. It's definitely worth it. It's a huge discount. But back to our USFL stats. Like I said, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh last week. Battle of Pennsylvania in Michigan. But Philadelphia's running back just didn't get it going. And like I keep saying, if you cannot get the ball moving on the ground, you are not going to win. If you do not get the ball moving on the ground, you are not going to win ball games. You cannot rely on just the passing game, because then the defense is going to get an idea of all the schemes you're going to try and do in the game and shut that shit the hell down. So if you're not successful on the ground, don't expect to be successful winning the game. Period. All right, Psycho. Right now on Fox, USFL game going on. It is the Philadelphia Stars, who I'm currently talking about, who lost last week, taking on the Houston Gamblers, who won last week, got their first win of the season. They're 1-2. Houston's 1-2. So somebody's got to get the second win of the season this game. And that's currently on Fox. If you want to go check it out, pull it up on Fox right now. But yeah, last week Philadelphia lost to Pittsburgh 21-13, and Pittsburgh did a pretty good job. Troy Williams, starting quarterback for Pittsburgh, he went 10 of 18, 96 yards, a touchdown, 89.1 QBR rating. He did not throw an interception though. Now, Peep this. Pittsburgh had one touchdown on offense. One. And that was through the air. Their leading rusher was the quarterback. 7 attempts, 65 yards. Groshek was 15 attempts, 40 yards. No touchdowns. London, 8 attempts, 30 yards. No touchdowns. But here's the key thing. They had 135 yards on the ground. And boom. They win the game. Because of defense and a balanced offense. 135 yards on the ground. 96 yards passing ain't really super balanced and through the air. But, it was enough to win the game. And that's what it boils down to. Williams was efficient enough to literally get his team a win. So, at the end of the day, you can't blame him. And now Pittsburgh's 1-2. So, there's a few 1-2 teams in the XFL in the USFL right now. There's a few 1-2 teams right now, and it's kind of shitty, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But let's see. I can tell you right now what everybody's record is. Currently, you got my New Jersey Generals leading the North Division, 2-1. Michigan second at 2-1. Pittsburgh's 1-2, and Philadelphia's 1-2. In the South, you got New Orleans 3-0, Birmingham 2-1, Houston 1-2, and Memphis 0-3. Now that's the current standings for the USFL in both divisions. Now, our last game of the week last week was my New Jersey Generals taking on the undefeated at the time Michigan Panthers, and Michigan hosting their first home game in I don't know how many years at Ford Field. Bunch of celebrities there. We had Big E from WWE. You had what's his name? Detroit Lions, Calvin Johnson, Hall of Fame wide receiver. He was there. Ben Wallace, Hall of Famer from the Detroit Pistons, was there. There was a few guys there like that really hyped up the game, and there was a huge turnout. There was a big crowd for that game, and thank you, baby. And I got to give it to him. Hold on one second. I got to give it to them. They had a nice attendance. They had a huge number in attendance, and it was good for them. But New Jersey came out firing on all cylinders. Now, one thing I want everybody to know, the leading rusher for Michigan, Reggie Coburn, he got injured last week, and that really hurt them. Reggie Coburn, he went off the week before. 100-some yards, like 130-some, 150-some yards, 3 touchdowns. He told the offensive coordinator, he got on the phone with the offensive coordinator. He was like, man, give me the ball and watch me eat. And he ran all over them boys. I ain't even going to lie. But last week was a totally different story. New Jersey was not having that rushing shit. And he got injured. And he might be out for the game today. I got to double check. But their quarterback, I believe his name is Josh Love. I forgot his name. But Love, it was 15-31, 101 yards with an interception. Strong came in. He was 4 of 9 for 62 yards in a touchdown. And they only pull up 163 yards between the two. So your backup quarterback comes in and throws a touchdown. Your starting quarterback throws an interception. Not going to win you a game. Scott the third came in, the backup running back came in, put up 12 rushing attempts for 63 yards, no touchdowns. Reggie Corbin, 8 attempts, 38 yards, no touchdowns. But like I said, he got injured. Love, the quarterback, 3 attempts, rushing, 13 yards, no touchdowns. Quinn, the leading receiver in the game, had 5 receptions, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Walker had 4 receptions, 30 yards, no touchdowns. Reggie Corbin had 5 receptions, 27 yards, no touchdowns. Haikutini had 2 receptions for 23 yards, no touchdowns. Bo had 1 reception for 13 yards, no touchdowns. And Scott III had 2 receptions for 9 yards and no touchdowns. And then you had a bunch of 3 receivers with no receptions and no yards off of 1 and 3 targets. And when your offense is not being efficient like that, like I said, it's about efficiency all the time, man. And if you're not being efficient, you're not going to win games. It's just as simple as that. And if these spring league teams in this spring league in the USFL expects to get looked at by any NFL team, you got to play better than this. I'm sorry, but you got to put up more numbers. You got to produce. If you're going to go out there and sling the ball 31 times, don't sit here and only complete 15 passes. And then not even throw a touchdown. You throw an interception instead. It's not going to win you the game. You get 13 points on the board. That's it. 13 points. And that's off of a defensive touchdown, I believe. And, yeah, it was an interception return. Nope, it wasn't even a return for a touchdown. It was shit. I believe I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. At 1 extra point for the kicker, 2 field goals. Yeah, that's how they scored their other 7 points. The kicker scored 7 points by itself, Murphy. He hit 2 field goals for him and hit an extra point. Scored 7 points. That's how they got 13. I mean, it's not going to get you the game. The Generals, on the other hand, New Jersey, DeAndre Johnson, the starting quarterback, he went 10 of 15, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, QBR rating of 147.2. He was also the leading rusher for the team with 9 rushing attempts, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. My boy Victor, our starting running back, was 9 attempts for 68 yards and a touchdown. Williams even came in, 6 rushing attempts, 25 yards, no touchdowns though. And Green also gave us 2 rushing attempts for 7 yards, no touchdowns. With your quarterback being able to run the ball, your running back being able to run the ball, your quarterback being able to throw the ball, and you have playmakers all around, you're going to win games. Now, for some reason, New Jersey can't seem to beat Alabama or Birmingham. For some reason, they've beat and with the course of last season and so far this season, they have beat every team in the USFL aside from Birmingham Stallions. They are currently sitting at, I believe, 0-3 since last season against Birmingham. But they're undefeated against every other team. Last year they lost the first game against Birmingham and then went on a 9-game win streak, got to the playoffs, and lost to the Philadelphia Stars. This season, they start off against Birmingham and lose. And, of course, they're undefeated since. So we'll see how the season ends for New Jersey, but we got to get over that hump of beating Birmingham Stallions if we expect to win the USFL championship. But our receivers did their thing. Moore had 72 yards off of 1 reception for a touchdown. Victor had 51 yards off of 1 reception and a touchdown. Echoes Looper had 3 receptions, 23 yards, no touchdowns. Bowman had 2 receptions, 14 yards, no touchdowns. Green had 1 reception, 11 yards, no touchdowns. Williams had 1 reception, 5 yards, no touchdowns. Moore had 1 reception, 4 yards, no touchdowns. Defense was on point. They had an interception as well as a Let me see if they had a touchdown on defense. I don't believe they did. No defensive touchdowns. And even the kicker didn't even really have much to do. Kicked 4 extra points. You know, he didn't even have to go for field goal attempts. Like, New Jersey played like a championship team last week against Michigan and proved everybody wrong that Michigan wasn't going to go undefeated. Exactly. They got to put more effort in their plays, and they got to be more balanced. Like, if you can't average over 100 yards rushing as a team and over 100 yards passing as a team, or at least 200 yards passing as a team, that's not going to be an efficient enough offense or a balanced enough offense to win you games. And your defense has to be on point every series, every drive. They have to play like they want to get off the field. So if they're not doing that, you can't expect to win at all. You get what I'm saying? So that's the dilemma that they're running into with these teams that are losing because of no running game. If you can't run the ball and all you're doing is throwing the ball in the air, you're going to get beat. I'm sorry. That's just a given. You got to have an efficient offense. Sorry, y'all. You got to have an efficient offense and a balanced offense in order to win games. Now, wow. Right now, Houston is up 20-7 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Up on Philly. This is surprising. 20-7. Philly's a better team than this. Case Cookis is a better quarterback than what he's showing, and it's just not going well for them. Right now, Case is 4 of 8, 32 yards, no touchdowns. And Colburn has 4 rushing attempts for 11 yards and a touchdown. That's their only score. On the other hand, Kenji Bahar is 11 for 15 with 134 yards already and a touchdown. Thompson is 8 for 8 attempts, 62 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, they're just playing better right now, and they're proving everybody wrong about them not being a good team and not being a good franchise for the USFL. So, I mean, big shout out to Houston right now. It's 4th and 9. Philly's punting. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's looking like Houston's about to get their second win in a row. Going into halftime. Right now, like I said, they're up 20-7. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left in the first half. And Philly's just not being efficient at all. They're not producing. You got 15 yards rushing, 33 yards passing. That's not going to win you no games. It's not going to win you no games at all, y'all. I'm not bad. I'm watching the game too. But let's see what we got here. So I don't know what to tell them. Like I said, if you don't, like I keep preaching, if you don't have a balanced offense and a fiery ass defense, you're not going to win. And right now, Philly's defense is playing like shit. Philly's offense is playing like shit. They don't want this game. That's all I can say. It just doesn't seem like they want this game. So at the end of the day, it doesn't look like Philly's going to win this game at all. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Unless something changes in the second half and they start firing on all cylinders in the second half, they're not going to win this game. They're going to be looking at a 1-3 record in the first 4 games of the season. So that's not going to look good for them. But, hey, it is what it is. Second game of the day, because there are no XFL games on today. The XFL Championship will take place next week on ABC at, I believe, 4 or 5 Pacific Standard Time is when it starts. On ABC next Saturday, May 13th. But the second game of the day for the they do, bro. They really, really do, bro. Like it's disgusting watching this right now. They can't get nothing going. But the second game of the day, we got Memphis Showboats looking to get their first win. They're taking on Michigan at home, the Michigan Panthers, who are 2-1. Both teams coming off a loss, so again, somebody gonna have to win. GV. Good morning, brother. Good afternoon. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you feeling today? Yo, did you win that giveaway on my dad's? Did you win that giveaway? Yeah, I never. That's what I meant to ask you. Did you win that giveaway with Mad Dad that you were talking about yesterday? That Mad Dad was talking about yesterday. Did you win that? That's what I'm saying. Did that person never claim it? There we go. Hold on, y'all. OBS is tripping. OBS is tripping. 1 second, y'all. OBS acting stupid. Okay. Well, let me know, bro. Let me know. Let me know. Look now. But yeah, man. Right? OBS be acting like a little bitch. We are Memphis is going to Detroit, Michigan to take on the Michigan Panthers at home. And Michigan's looking to get their third win of the season. Like I said, both teams are coming off a loss. So we'll see. I don't know if Reggie's going to be playing today. Reggie Coburn. Or Corbin, excuse me. I don't know if he's going to be playing today. I'm about to check and see the injury report. Let's see. Yeah, his name is Josh Love. Okay. That's the quarterback's name. All right. As far as I'm seeing, he will be in the game. So, I guess it wasn't that bad of an injury last week for Corbin. So he will be playing today. So y'all get ready to see one of the best running backs in the USFL, Reggie Corbin, starting running back for the Michigan Panthers. See if he can bounce back from a poor performance last week. Like I said, it was just 38 yards on the ground for him. So hopefully he can bounce back this week and have a better performance. Oh, word? Well, damn. Damn. So don't forget your chicken. Feel me? That's what's up, though. I told you positive things are going to start happening. Poof, bitch. Poof, bitch. I can't stare you here. Bitch, be gone. Poof. Who eats turkey bacon? Yo, turkey bacon is fire. But that game's at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. For anybody who will be watching, that will be on NBC and Peacock. Again, Memphis Showboats looking for their first win. Going to Michigan, taking on the Michigan Panthers, looking for their third win. And trying to avoid a second loss in a row. And Memphis is trying to avoid a 0-4 start to the season. So it's going to be an interesting game. If I were you guys, I would definitely tune in. The number one team tomorrow. You damn right, spray that bitch, be gone. But the number one team in the USFL, currently the New Orleans Breakers, tomorrow will be taking on my New Jersey Generals at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on NBC and Peacock as well. Just like that Memphis Showboats Michigan game today will be on NBC and Peacock. But, yeah, New Orleans is going to be going to Ohio, Canton, Ohio, at the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Canton Stadium, where, you know, they have the Hall of Fame preseason game in the NFL. That's one of the hubs in the USFL now. So, New Jersey and I believe Philly host their games there. And then Michigan and Pittsburgh, I believe, host their games at Detroit's Ford Field. So, yeah, that game will be tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on NBC and Peacock. And then you got the defending reigning champions, Birmingham Stallions, going to Ohio as well at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. They'll be going to take on the Pittsburgh Maulers, who are 1-2, looking to get their second win of the season. So, like I said, it's going to be an interesting week of spring league football here in the USFL. So get ready for that, guys. Like I said, we got a game going on right now. Surprisingly, the Houston Gamblers are up 20-7 on the Philadelphia Stars with about 2 minutes left in the first half. Then later on today, we got Michigan hosting Memphis on NBC and Peacock. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Tomorrow, again, we got our early game at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. You got New Orleans taking on the New Jersey Generals, and New Jersey is hosting that game. And then you got the Birmingham Stallions and the Pittsburgh Maulers taking on the Birmingham Stallions. Yes, sir. So it's going to be an exciting weekend of spring league football, so y'all definitely go check it out, tune in, and make sure you keep it locked right here every single week for the Gridiron with your boy Jersey the motherfucking King. Roll up if you got to, let up if you don't. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's time to smoke. And then next week, you have the XFL Championship, which I like to call the X Bowl, which I feel they should have called the damn X Bowl. But you got the X Bowl Championship game next week. You have the best team in the XFL, the DC Defenders, taking on the unexpected Arlington Renegades. It's crazy. Arlington had a losing record, and now they're playing in the championship game. So we'll see what happens. Keep it locked right here. I will be streaming next week. We will be doing a show next week for the championship game for XFL. So keep it locked right here. You already know. Let me double check real quick. I need to see who is live on both Kick and Twitch so we can raid the fuck out. Let's see who's live on Twitch. Who do I feel like raiding today? I don't know. Ain't nobody on there. Let's see who we rocking with Kick today. You said the book will get banned so fast. I can't with y'all out this bed. Let's see. Who we gonna go holla at? Y'all wanna go watch some Jedi Survivor? I'm gonna watch some Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Oh, nope, never mind. Never mind. All right, so next week, like I said, tune the fuck in. We are closer to our follower goal of 200. Also, guys, I got my new website out, www.jerseytheking.com. Go check that shit the fuck out, man. www.jerseytheking.com. Go check out my websites. If you need yaddy daddy, what's goody, bro? If you guys need any overlays or anything done, go check out my website for pricing and packages and all that shit. You need overlays or panels done, I will be starting up animated overlays and everything soon. I will let you guys know. Just keep it locked to my my whatchamacallits, man. My damn socials. You know, follow my socials. Make sure y'all keep my socials. Damn, 27-7. Houston is killing Pittsburgh or Philly right now. Houston's up 27-7 and just got another interception, I believe. 21 seconds left in the first half. It's going down. But yeah, definitely check out my website, guys. JerseyTheKing.com. Yes, I got a .com now, y'all. JerseyTheKing.com. And it's the dope thing is it's connected with my Streamlabs. So if you guys have Streamlabs accounts, you can log in and actually watch me live with my stream. Like, you can watch live while on my website. Plus, you'll be able to, you know, check out the site and go check out the merch store. I added some summer shit at the merch store. I got some children's clothes, some baby clothes. There's everything up there, man. Accessories, the whole nine. So go check out my merch store. Go check out my website in general. Like I said, if you need... Here, baby. Babe! Having to yell at her, y'all. But yeah, if y'all need any overlays or panels made, like I said, go check out my website, jerseytheking.com. Hit that exclamation HelloFresh in the chat if you'd like to get 60% off and free shipping on an order. Use my code. Also, hit that exclamation Discord if you'd like to join the Discord and become part of the family. Again, www.jerseytheking.com. Go check out the merch. Go check out the overlays. Go check out the pricing on the packages. If we need overlays done, holla at your boy. I will be doing, and we'll be starting to do animated overlays soon. So you already know, like I said, it's gonna get popping. Yaddy daddy, man. Thank you for pulling up. How you doing today, man? We live on Kick and Twitch, baby. Oh, he missed. They tried to go up 30-7, and he missed the field goal. It was a long attempt, though. But, yeah, man, let's see who we going to go holla at. Let's see who we going to go holla at. But, yeah, I want to thank y'all so much for pulling up on me, man, and showing me some love today, y'all. Real shit. Like, y'all don't understand, man. This shit is going. Yo, I got some good news too, man. Fucking I'm coming after you, Stephen A. Smith. I'm challenging you to a debate. I want to hear what you got to say. I want you to come on this show, The Gridiron. We're going to talk some football. Yes, I will be. I'll try. I think so. I might do. I might misprint. I don't know. I might do some Facebook Lives. We'll see. We'll definitely see. I might do some just going live and on some IRL shit. I do have a Patreon as well. And that might be some of the shit I'll be doing. Like, I do some IRL streams on Patreon. So if you become a Patreon member, then you might get some IRL Facebook Lives. You feel me? So just holla at me. Let me know what's up. And I'll holla back. You feel me? But, yeah, I got a Patreon started now. As y'all see on my About section, again, go check out the website, jerseytheking.com. You can donate to the channel. You can fucking get overlay packages, the whole 9. Yeah, I don't know. Bring it on. That's all I'm going to say is bring it the fuck on, bro. Bring it on. Bring it on. You know what I'm saying? I'm always up for a good debate. But Stephen A. Smith, come holla at me, man. I'm calling you out, man. Because, look, I've been upset with First Take lately. Y'all haven't been really covering a bunch of damn different sports. All we keep hearing about is fucking LeBron James and Steph Curry. I'm tired of it. How do you not talk about the record-setting Boston Bruins getting taken out in the first round by the Florida Panthers? How do you not talk about the defending Stanley Cup champions Colorado Avalanches getting defeated and knocked out of the first round by a second-year expansion team in the Seattle Kraken? How do we not talk about this on First Take? Why is it always about? And then you got other games, other playoff games that are going on in the NBA, and you're still mainly talking about LeBron and Steph. Like, come on, man. Get it together. Only time y'all talked about hockey was when we was talking about Snoop possibly being a majority owner and being the first black majority owner in hockey, buying the Ottawa Senators. That's all we going to talk about? Come on now. Come on now. But you want black kids to watch hockey. You want black kids to get more into hockey and baseball and shit. Okay, talk about it. So I challenge you, Stephen A. Smith, to a debate right here on the Gridiron. We're going to talk some football. Come holla at your boy Jersey the King, man. We got to get this shit together, man. We got to get it together because I don't know what y'all doing. But First Take, y'all need to get it together. But we about to raid out on Kick. So come holla at your boy on Kick. Bring your ass over here if you ain't. If you watching on Twitch, bring your ass over to Kick, and we about to go raid out. You feel me? I'm about to pull up who we about to raid out on. So just give me a second. I gotta pull up who we raiding up on. Cause these raids on Kick move fast as shit. I ain't even gonna lie. As soon as that raid come, as soon as you hit that host button, that thing goes zoom. You know what I'm saying? So get ready, man. Like I said, man, we got a good show for y'all next week. We got some XFL championship game talk. We got a week 4 recap of yo, I can't stand y'all. But yo, we got a fucking whatchamacallit next week. Damn it. Fuck, man. For some reason. Hold on, man. I don't know why that shit tripping. Y'all niggas is ridiculous. Shut your asses up. Yo, hitting GB or going ham. Y'all motherfuckers are funny. I love it. But yeah, we about to go raid out over here on Kickity Kick. Yeah. I want y'all to go have a fucking ball with my man. I ain't even gonna tell you who it is yet. But I want y'all to go in here and show some love. I want y'all to go in here and show some love to my boy, the Angel of Death. We're about to go in here, hype up his chat, go raid him out. Yes, sir. Let's fucking get it. About to go hype up his chat, go raid out, and go have some fun over there, man. I want to thank y'all again for hollering at your boy Jersey the motherfucking King on another great episode of The Gridiron, where we do nothing but football conversations, football talks, football debates, football discussions. Can I get a shout out for Yada Dotty? If y'all don't go follow Yada Dotty on Kick, I'm gonna kick y'all ass. God damn it. I'm a feel me? Smack the shit out of some people in this motherfucker. But yeah, man, again, I want to thank y'all for being here, man. I love y'all. Next week we'll be discussing the XFL championship game. We will be going over USFL week 4 and reviewing or previewing week 5, and we'll be whatever NFL talk goes on. I'll see what happens, you know what I mean, throughout the week, and we'll get some NFL talk in there, and that's about it, man. But all my Discord members, come holler at me. I'm about to go do this USC event here in about an hour. Well, maybe 2 hours, I believe. I got to see what time it starts again. But let's go right out to the Angel of Death. GV introduced me to him, and we're going to go right out, show him some love. But like I said, man, until next week, y'all, I love y'all. Don't go nowhere. Let me hit y'all with this outro. Peace. UFC 288, Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. Until next week, y'all. I love y'all. Peace.